Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is going to be a very impromptu breaking news style of video. If you haven't discovered yet, yesterday there was a rollout of a brand new feature, a change to user profiles. As of right now, we're going to talk about these changes, and who knows, in a day or two, maybe longer, there might be other changes. If there are any changes, I'll add them to the description or in a pinned comment so you won't miss out on that. So first of all, we have the release notes that have come out as of yesterday explaining that some links have been updated on the website. Primarily, you will find that on your on the player profile, your finds and hides link have been updated, and in a few other places. They are essentially trying to move from the old listing list to using the advanced search, the one with all the filters and all those additional options. So they're slowly trying to get rid of those old lists. So right now, because this change has kind of caused a little bit of a stir for multiple reasons, I thought it would be interesting or helpful to take a look at this and maybe find out some positives about it. And if you have any suggestions or complaints or anything positive, then add something in the comment, let us know. But so first of all, if we take a look at our user profile, and I hope Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, does not mind me using his profile. So the big change is this. The all geocache finds and all geocache hide links have been updated. They used to go to the old listing, which is basically a table list of all of the most recent, in this case, all of the most recent finds. So here you get a paged listing of everything from beginning to end. You can jump to the end, page to page, and you get all these details. You can sort it by found date, by place, difficulty, terrain, all of that. So what's happened now is these links now take you to the advanced search. So if you were to tap on all geocaching finds, you would get the advanced search. There's a little bit of a change, and we'll get to that in a second, but as of right now, so far, this page defaults to a sorting by distance, which is confusing a lot of people because you click on all geocache finds, you used to get a list that was chronological with your most recent find first. Now it's sorted by distance. So what you want to do first of all is click on this found on column. You click on found on, and now it will list everything by the date it was found by that user that you're looking at. So now you've pretty much come back to the way that the old listing works. You get a chronological list. Another main difference with this, and it includes archived as well, which is interesting, but the main thing with this is that because it uses the advanced search, you're only going to get 1,000 finds max. It'll tell you how many results there are, but just like any other search, it'll only scroll and keep scrolling until you hit 1,000 caches and items in the list. So that's one limitation right now. There is a way around it. So if you are trying to get, say, your oldest cache found in that list, if you sort by found on the first time, it'll sort by the oldest. So this is the geocaching vlogger's first find, I believe, in 2008. So if you click on found on again, it'll resort it, descending from most recent. So that's essentially one of the biggest differences with this link. You're going to be using the search. Now, there is... so the other main thing with this is that it is now... Another problem with this is that it's now a premium member-only feature. So if you are a basic member, then you're going to have a little bit of a more difficulty because you're going to be seeing this. There is no all geocache finds link. There is still a geocache hides link, but now you cannot view somebody's their profile you no longer have access to view a geocacher's entire find history as a basic member. So you still have the all geocache hide. So if you were to view this, then you would basically be doing a search for all caches found by that user. And being a basic member, it'll show you if you've got premium caches that you can't view. So that is basically a limitation to this currently as a basic member. There could be some other potential issues because, as many know, there are some puzzles that are based on viewing that historic list. So if I switch it back, we will see that if, say, for example, there's a geocache that says find the oldest hide of so-and-so, then you've got this page and you can go, okay, I want to go to the last page, so let's zoom to the last one. You're on the last page, scroll to the very end, and oh, there's, well, this is his finds list, but this is his very first find, and you can get that information. Now, that for the finds, that'll be a lot harder. For the hides, it's still possible to do a search. Let's get the all geocache hides, and you'll have the placed on. Again, it'll show the top 1,000, but if you do placed on, then you'll get the list as of the date, the chronological list as of they were placed. So we'll no longer get the list, the original list of hides for somebody. So one other aspect, so yes, there is also Project GC. So this is another way to get back to the old links. If you go to Project GC in your dashboard, scroll down, there is a profile name section. So if you were to put in geocaching vlogger, and now any of these buttons, they will still take you currently to the old link. So if you click found, now you'll have the page list of all of the caches found by or hidden by. So now you've still got access to that old list. Easily for puzzles, but yeah, so that's basically the big change. Now, see, here's the example of a puzzle that says, a very simple one just says, identify the oldest cache owned by Lyric Glass. Lyric Glass is one half of Cache Canada. So we would have to look up. So right now, if we were to solve that, we'd be going to her profile, and then you'd have to go to geocaches, and then you'd have to go to all geocache hides, and then do a placed on in chronological ascending order. And then there's the first hide, there's a GC code, and you can stick that into the puzzle and get the answer. And then that's how you would have to solve this puzzle now. Previously, you could just go to the last page, get the GC code, and you're done. So if you are a cache owner and you've got puzzles like this, you might want to check to see what's required to get that information. Because, again, basic members might not have access to some information now. They won't necessarily be able to find that historic finds list. And now it's a little more tedious for people to get information about somebody's owned caches. So it's a minor inconvenience there. One other benefit to this search is that there is a new, where is it? There is a new parameter which is accessible now. If you look down right there, there's an A equals 0. What that means is it's basically forcing the search where it's possible to include archived caches. So in this case, we're looking at all of geocaching vloggers owned caches, and let's say we bring it up, we're seeing archived caches in that list. A nice thing about that A equals 0 is that you can say A equals 1, or you can change it to A equals 1, and now you will only have archived. So they've added an option to alter the archived or archived and active parameter for advanced searches, which is beneficial because if you were to say look for let's try a new search. Let me get this new search now from the beginning. And let's say all geocaches, limit search to Hawaii. And everything else is fine. Hit search. Now we've got 2,275 caches in Hawaii, not including archived. But if you were to add and A equals 1 to that URL, now we have all of the archived throughout history caches in Hawaii. So in a roundabout way, we've got a little bit of a bonus now because we couldn't previously find all archived caches. They've just opened it up to the public. And it even works when you're not looking at anything. So if you're doing a worldwide search, that should be it. Worldwide search, 3.3 million archived. Nope, not yet. I need to put the and. Because it's not a parameter in the field, you have to keep adding it manually to the URL. 3.7 million archived worldwide caches. You can search for archived caches now, and I think that's awesome. So that's kind of a side effect of this link change, but a nice little benefit for puzzle makers, maybe. Okay, so there is still another. What am I thinking of? The dashboard. Yes. So if you go to your new, this is the new dashboard. You can still get access easily to a number of other pages that will help with gathering information that might not be available now because the old list is gone. So if you do want to get, say, all of your finds available and find like the nth find or something from earliest to latest, you can go to the logs link in the sidebar, and that will take you to basically the page that gives you access to a complete list of your different types of logs. So in this case, this is just the landing page, but if you were to click on attended, you would be able to see all throughout your entire career, a summary of all of your event attended logs. And if you really wanted to, you could click on found it, and that would give you your entire career of every single found it log. And obviously, if you have more than 10,000, it's going to be a very, very long list. It's not paged, it's everything. So that will still give you your entire chronological history. And all logs, again, will show you everything, including notes and DNFs and maintenance, archived, all of the logs that you've posted on your in your profile. So Pizza Ninja asks a good question. I like the archived search capability. Will it map those? The archive parameter doesn't transfer to the map. I tested this as well. Like if you were doing a search where you could look for only archived and you hit map, then that's lost, and it just reverts to what would happen if you don't have that archive parameter. And if you were to search, do a map search of somebody's finds, so this is the special one now. Well, let's see. Let's go back to Geocaching Vlogger. Is that it? Nope. There it is. Okay, so now if we were to go to, he is current, so this is just archived. Let's take out the archived and go to active and archived. And so there's 60 owned by Geocaching Vlogger. Map this will show, so it doesn't show the archived. So the map will never show archived caches. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember if there is a situation where it will, but at that point it won't. If you were to do found by Geocaching Vlogger, then well, the same thing would happen. It wouldn't show those archived caches. Distance, yeah, so that it takes it out. So that was a good question, and that's also good to know. It's really only useful for that list view. They might add it in the future, I don't know, but they have the ability to limit it to specific things. What I found with that A=0 active and archived is that it will always be active and archived if you are including found by me, so found by yourself, or found by a specific user. So there are some limitations. You can play around with it and figure things out, but primarily we're just looking at the main changes that's getting everybody antsy. So yeah, that main thing is going to be that right now, when you click on one of those links, it's going to be sorted by distance, which confuses everybody. You want to make sure you click last found, and then you'll basically have that same list with the 1,000 cache limit. So this, yeah, that's the old one. So Project GC again is going to be useful because they might have to update as well if HQ tells them to update these links. But I'll add a bunch of these links into the description because I don't know if with your strategy how you use the website, but I personally keep a folder full of a whole bunch of links throughout the website just to make traveling around and getting places easier and quicker. And a number of these are going to be extremely useful, at least until hopefully never they remove access to them, such as geocaching.com/my/owned is a very quick link to get to your owned caches. There's a link to view all of your unpublished archived caches as well. So like say you're placing a cache to place hold, and eventually because of inactivity or whatever, it gets auto-archived by the system. You can't get to it anymore. There's no place to list it, but it's shown on that page. So I'll add that as well to the list. And some of the information that I mentioned, I'll add that for instructions, just for quick reference. And hopefully they will listen to some of the concerns and things will change and this video will become outdated. We'll see about that. If you have any other questions, then please add a comment and we'll work together at this, trying to figure out ways to make things not necessarily like they were, but so that the workflow, if we've got puzzles, that we don't have to archive them, but we can find a way to make them still work. I'm not sure how much they considered that again, but there are benefits to this change, and there are also some drawbacks. And whether we like them or not, we'll see how HQ responds, and hopefully, we'll get used to this and enjoy. Well, make good use of it. Because the other benefit of this is that those two links, all finds and all hides, all finds if you're a premium member, you can now do additional filters on that because you have access to the filter parameters. So that's a plus. The archived, being able to see archived in certain searches and general searches is also a plus. Whether they add that parameter as to the interface to be able to do it instead of modifying the URL, who knows? We'll see. But that was, I think, about it to cover for this update. Maybe, hopefully, assuage some angst. Because there's a whole lot of people who are like, why did they make this change and I can't do what I wanted to do before? And a whole lot had to do mainly with the fact that clicking that link, everything was sorted by distance instead of chronological as it was before. And that just confused a whole bunch of people. So just remember, hit that found on when you click the link to view all caches found by somebody, including yourself, and then that will sort. And play around with it, see what it can do. And the other thing was, if you are on a mobile device and the width of the browser is a lot smaller, then that search, you will see that, let's see if this works. Yeah, so this is what you would see on a mobile device. So what you want to do is click that ... and then, found by or last found. That'll bring up the column that you want, and then click it to sort, because it might not be visible right away. So I've seen somebody mention that they don't know how to get to that. So ... if you're on a mobile device. And I think that was it. Let me check for comments. Any other questions? No. Okay, so yeah, I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Hope you guys make use of it. And again, the forum is open if you dare to add your comments and let HQ and lackeys know what your thoughts are. If you are positive and constructive, even critical, but constructively critical, then that is the way to converse. And they may listen. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks everybody who tuned in live. It was very, very last second. And on that note, as always, until the next video, happy caching and excellent adventuring. And tune in a week, 30, in 9 days from this video, because I'm going to be doing an unboxing with a big, huge, awesome puzzle box, which is hidden way up there. It's going to be so fun. So make sure you don't miss that. It's in the channel. You can set a reminder, and I will see you sometime between now and then. Catch you later.